Right, now we'll start standing anyway, so let me do the... Right, so standing. So I think I've got to say what we might do, just in case you want to do the video, because I haven't managed to say what's in them. So I think we might do a bit of downward facing dog in this one, so and upwards. So, but we'll start with the stretching. So just in Tadasana, have your feet somewhere comfortably apart. Just draw in your tummy muscles, lift your breastbone, make sure your shoulders are nice and open to the front, your rib cage open, sorry, palms just turned towards the ceiling. So let's do the stretching. So interlock your fingers, let's go horizontal. Breathe in, stretch out in front of you. Breathe out. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. Breathe in, stretch. So you feel the skin on your shoulders stretching. Breathe out. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. Just turn your hands, drop your arms, just swing your shoulders. Let's do the swimming next. So as though you're doing front crawl, but do the turn to look at your hand and just go at your own pace. So, or just swing them. So, you know, when you're children, you run along swinging your arms nice and loose. Just keep going. And make this one the last and start to do back crawl. So add the turn. So remember to turn as you take your arm behind you. But you feel your shoulders swinging. You're not holding on to the arm or anything. Just loosening up. So let's make the next one the last one. And then just back to the front, just feet still about hip distance apart. Breathe in, just take your arms behind you, look up towards the ceiling, lift your breastbone, breathe out, take your arms behind you, look towards, well, tuck your chin in. Breathe in, swing your arms, look up, breathe out, chin down, arms go straight behind you. Breathe in, swing up, breathe out, arms behind. Let's do two more. Breathe in, look up, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, look up, breathe out. And then just come back, shake your shoulders. So let's do the vertical stretch. So hands interlocked, your hands rest on your head. Draw your tummy in, lift your breastbone. So breathe in, stretch up. Remember to keep the back of your neck soft. Feel your body being lifted from your waist up to the ceiling. Breathe out. So the skin gets a good stretch too. Breathe in. Look up to your hands, elbows straight. Breathe out, hands on head. Breathe in and stretch your skin. Breathe out. Breathe in. Stretch, elbows nice and straight. Breathe out. Make the next one your last. Breathe in. Stretch up towards the ceiling. Breathe out. Just bring your hands behind your head. Try and really bring your arms quite far back. Just take your hand down to one side. So pull your elbow down. Come back up. Keep them really pulled behind you. Go the other way. Just pull that elbow down. Breathe in. Make sure your arms are far back. Breathe out. Breathe in. Push them back. Breathe out. Let's do one each side. Breathe in. Push them back. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Push them back. Breathe out. And then just come back. Press your head. Rest your head. Not press it into your hands. So just have the back of your neck nice and long, so you've got your chin pointing down slightly. And breathe in, just look up towards the ceiling, push your elbows back. Breathe out, drop your chin, point your elbows towards the floor. Breathe in as though you lift through your breastbone. Look up. Breathe out. Drop your chin, point your elbows down. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. Just feel your breastbone lift. Breathe out. 1 more, everyone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just drop your chin. Just bring your arms down by your side. So just bring your shoulders up to squeeze your neck. Breathe out and just let them drop. So not too big a drop. Breathe in, squeeze your neck. Breathe out and just see what's comfortable. Squeeze your neck and just let them drop. Open your chest to the front again. Make sure your lower back is flat against the floor so you feel that nice drawn in tummy. So let's just drop your chin and press through the backs of through your heels, through the backs of your legs. Really tall spine, and do the pendulum. Just gently swing your head side to side. Nice loose feeling. So just come back up and then just take your hands again behind your head. Take your feet about hip distance apart, perhaps even wider. So breathe in and then breathe out. Just come down with your head and just swing side to side, just gently like a ragdoll. Keep your legs straight as you can. Just turn slightly side to side. Just do a few more. And then come back to the center. Breathe in. Come back up standing. Just lower your arms. Just stand feet a bit closer together. Draw your chin in so it's the crown of your head. Remember that plunger. Pulling up the crown of your head, but your feet stuck to the floor. 2 directions your body is being drawn into. Just take a couple of breaths. And then stand your feet slightly further apart. Breathe in, bring your arms out to the side. Breathe out, relax shoulders. So breathe in, touch the edges of your room. Press into your feet. Breathe out, tip to one side like an aeroplane. Keep your arms outstretched. Turn your head, look up to the raised hand. Breathe in, press into the foot that's got the raised hand and stretch the side of your body. Breathe out. Breathe in, stretch your arms apart, but keep those feet firmly planted on the floor. Breathe out. Breathe in, so it allows you to feel the stretch of the side of your waist. Breathe out, and then breathe in, bring your arms, drawing your tummy. Breathe out. Go the other way. Press into your feet, both firmly. Turn your head, look up, breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. Breathe in, stretch between your hands. Breathe out. Breathe in, keep the pressure on both feet. Breathe out. And then breathe in, come back to the front. Breathe out, dive into a pool. Just make sure you're stretching from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Feel the length in your spine. Breathe in, bring your fingers to touch in front of your chest. Breathe out. Just lengthen your spine. Think about the vertebra. Getting a stretch out. Breathe in, come back. Fingers together. Last one. Breathe out. And lengthen. Once you're in position, lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And feel the vertebrae separating. Breathe in, come back up. Just breathing out. Drop your hands. Just shake your feet a couple of times. So make sure your feet feel nice and comfortable. So Back into your standing, hip distance apart your feet. Breathe in, hands out to the side, flat hands, remember? Breathe in, push the walls, but use your shoulders. Bring the stretch from your shoulders. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in from your shoulders. Draw your chin in, draw your tummy. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in from your shoulders. Breathe out. Just drop your hands. Bring your hands into Namaste. Elbows out to the side. Don't let them droop. So press your fingers together, your thumbs, the heels of your hands, little fingers. That your shoulders pressing as hard as they can. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press. Fingers. Heels of hands. Thumbs. Little fingers. The whole of your hands. Release. One more time. Breathe in. That pressure. Fingers. Little fingers. Thumbs. And the middle fingers. The heels of the hands. Breathe out. Just drop your hands. Shake your hands. Shake your feet. Just make sure your arms feel nice and comfortable. So just bring your arms out in front. If you breathe in, stretch those elbows. Breathe out, touch your shoulders. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. Keep your fingertips on your shoulders. Bring your elbows together. The big circle. So try and touch elbows behind. So it's really the big circles you're making with the tips of your elbows. So you're going to do 4. And then once you've done 4, reverse it. So just feel the movement in your shoulder socket. So really nice and loose. Just bring your arms, elbows back. Just shake your arms, your shoulders. So let's do the one for the lungs, the skin. Remember the one that you clasp your hands. You've got everything slightly tucked in, and then the full circle. So I'll do it sideways on. So chin tucked in, nice flat lower back. Just start with your arms out in front of you. Breathe in, clasp them. Remember your rib cage sticking out, chin tucked in, bottoms tucked in. It's a holding breath. Breathe out, a big swing of your arms. Back to the start. Breathe in, straighten, bottom in, chin in, rib cage sticking out. Breathe out, full circle. Back to the start. Breathe in, bottom in, chin in, but rib cage sticking out. Breathe out, full circle. Back to the start. Breathe in, bottom in, chin in, rib cage sticking out. We're going to do one more. Breathe out. Breathe in, last one. And then just drop your arms by your side. Just, again, do the pendulum. So just drop your chin. Make sure the back of your neck's rising up towards the ceiling. And start the swing, perhaps the other side, if you can remember which side you started with. And then just come back. Just blink your eyes a few times. And we'll do the shoulder squeeze. So feet are back. Well, no, let's do the blade first of all. So breathe in, arms float. Breathe out, relax shoulders. So breathe in, pick up your pencil between your shoulder blades. Flatten your lower back. Draw your chin in. Feel the plunger pulling your head up towards the ceiling. Lots going on. Release your pencil. Breathe out, drop your arms. So 2 more. Breathe in, arms float. Breathe out, relax shoulders. Breathe in, pick up the pencil, draw in your tummy, draw your chin in, feel the plunger. Release, breathe out, drop your arms. One more. Breathe in, arms float. Breathe out, relax shoulders. Breathe in, the pencil, tummy pulled in, chin pulled in. The plunger. So really feel the whole of your body stretching up towards the ceiling, or at least the top half, the bottom sinking into the ground. Release, breathe out, drop your arms. Just again, let's do the pendulum. Head to one side. Try and start the other side. And then just blink your eyes just a few times. So let's do the arches pose. Again, it's another one for getting tension out of your shoulders. So start slightly at the back of your mat. So we'll do it with the same leg. Everybody take a step forward with your right foot. You have your hips facing forward. You've got the weight across both feet. So take your right arm, so it's the leg that's in front of you. Bring your left hand and then draw the middle left finger along the inside of your arm to your shoulder, then across your collarbone, and then to the other shoulder. Make sure your elbow sticks right back, stays up. Pull your head back, draw in your tummy. You're taking aim, release the arrow. That was the first. Breathe in, draw your hand along your arm, shoulder. Keep your elbow up, straight behind. Draw your head back, take aim, draw your tummy in, release. One more. Bring your hand nice, tickling along your arm. Collarbone, elbow. Make sure your elbow is right back, head right back, tummy drawn in. Take aim and release. And then just drop your arms, step forward. So you've got your feet lined up. And then take a comfortable step back with your right foot. So you're ready to go the other side. So left arm, right hand, the right middle finger. Draw it along your arm, shoulder, collarbone, shoulder, elbow high, elbow back, head back, tummy drawn in. Take aim, release. And again, breathe in, draw your arm, collarbone, elbow. Keep your elbow high, straight behind you. Draw in your tummy, draw back your head, everything tense. Release. So one more. Bring your hand, finger along your arm, shoulder, collarbone, head back. Draw your tummy in, take aim and release. Just step forward into Tadasana. So nice lift of your breastbone, flatten your lower back, chin drawn in. Nice tall spine. Just feel as though you've gained a centimeter or so. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure you feel it under your armpits, pressing against the back of your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just blink your eyes a few times, and we're going to do that shoulder one where you that one that you flop and come forward. So we'll do it together. We'll do 3. So if 3 is too many, it's quite a strong hold. Do it twice. So breathe in, arms come up, flop your hands forward, begin to come forward. Keep your arms framing your head. Push your bottom back. Push the backs of your hands forward. Try and get a nice straight line from your sitting bones to the backs of your hands, and lift your head. Don't let your head drop. And then breathe in, come back up. Breathe out. Drop your arms. So Twice more. Breathe in, arms just float. Breathe out. As you flop your hands, begin to push your bottom back. Keep your head framed between your arms. Try and get your body in line with the floor. Push the backs of your hands forward. Lift your head slightly so you're looking forward. Breathe in. Come back up. Breathe out. Lower your arms. So one more time. If you've had enough, stand it out. Breathe in. Arms come up. Breathe out. Flop your hands. Push your bottom backwards. Keep your arms straight. Push your bottom back. Push the backs of your hands forward. Lift your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ready to come up? Breathe in. Come back up. Breathe out. Lower your arms. Draw your chin in. Flatten your lower back. Let's take 3 breaths. That's quite hard work because your heart's working, your arms are high, so above your head. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really feel the rib cage expand on the in-breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just blink your eyes a couple of times. So we're going to do that knee to head to knee pose. So just take your legs wide. So remember, this is the one that you interlock your hands in and you're going to be taking your head down. So check you've got space around you. So into Tadasana, wide legs. Grip the floor with the outsides of your feet. Tuck your tailbone in. Lift through your spine, your breastbone lifting, your chin drawn in. So that's you ready to start. Let's do the shoulder squeeze. So breathe in, backs of your hands. Breathe out. Interlock your fingers. Breathe in. So you're ready. Swivel round. And then as you breathe out, draw your tummy in and think about your forehead moving towards your knee. Doesn't have to reach it, just get somewhere close. Let's take 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Come back up. Just to the front. Breathe out. Just release your arms. So let's do it the other side. So breathe in. Backs of your hands. Breathe out. Interlock your fingers. Breathe in. Straighten. Do the swivel. Hips should be facing your foot. Breathe out. So as your arms lift, your forehead moves towards your knee. Let's go for 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Come back up. Just turn your feet forward. Just release your arms. Tuck your chin in. Just take a couple of breaths. So breathe in. Breathe out. So let's do a nice, easy forward bend. So just bring your arms, just let them hang. You're not going to take them above your head. Lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Just when you're parallel with the floor, come slightly forward on your feet and then relax down like a rag doll. The top of your body, your legs have to be probably straight. They could be bent, so whatever suits you. And then either have your hands just resting on the floor or wrap your arms around the backs of your legs. Try and come slightly forward again on your feet. Draw your head towards the gap between your legs. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just relax. Breathe in.
Breathe out. Relax your rib cage, shoulders, neck, head. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And brace your knees. Bend your knees a fraction. Just roll back up. So arms just still hanging. Come back into standing. Just open your chest. Just step your feet close together. And just draw your chin in. Make sure your knees soft. Tummy drawn in. Just take a couple of breaths. After a couple of breaths, just drop your chin. Do the pendulum. Start your head the opposite way, if you can remember. Side to side. And then just blink your eyes a few times. So before we get on to downward facing dog, let's do the cow face pose. So take one hand up between your shoulder blades. So remember, encourage it as high as you can. And then the other side. So your elbow should be pointing straight down. Breathe in. The other arm sweeps up and a stretch through the whole of your body, the side, waist, armpit, elbow, fingers. Breathe out. Drop your hands. See if you can grab hold of your fingers. Tuck in your bottom. Tuck in your chin. Elbow pointing up, elbow pointing down. So look up to your raised elbow. Breathing in. Breathe out. Look to your lower shoulder. Breathe in. Look up to your raised elbow. Breathe out. Lower shoulder. Breathe in, raised elbow. Breathe out, lower shoulder. Breathe in and arm up, arm down, and the stretch. Before we do the other side, just stretch through the whole of your body. And so it's the other arm. Just encourage it. So one side you probably grab hold better, maybe. The other, not as well. I can't grab any yet. Breathe in, arm floats up. Breathe out. And then breathing in, the big stretch. Armpit, elbow, finger. Breathe out. Drop your hands. See if you can get your fingers bottom in, chin in. So let's start to breathe. Breathe in. Look up to your raised elbow. Breathe out. Lower shoulder. Breathe in. Raised elbow. Breathe out, lower shoulder. Breathe in, raised elbow. Breathe out, lower shoulder. Breathe in, back to the front. Just arm up, arm down, and the big stretch. So just stretch up towards the ceiling. Make sure a big stretch. Arms down by your side. So perhaps let's do the swaying tree. So just breathe in, take your arms up, palms face each other. Breathe out, sway. So the top half of your body sways. Try and keep your elbows quite straight. Breathe in, come back up, stretch. Breathe out, sway the opposite side. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out and sway. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out and sway. Try and have both feet planted firmly on the floor. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out and sway. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out and sway. Breathe in and stretch. Bring your arms down by your side. Just stand feet a bit close. Well, have your feet touching. Imagine you have the cushion between your thighs. Squeeze it really tight. Squeeze your thighs together. Flatten your lower back. So your tummy is still drawn in. Your breastbone lift. your shoulders, your chin drawn in. But keep the squeeze really, really hard. You may sway slightly. Have your eyes shut to see how you get on, but squeeze as tightly as you can. Really tight. And relax. And then just, we're going to move onto the mat. So onto your hands and knees. So let's quickly just do cat-cow, and then we'll come up into downward facing dog. So have your middle finger pointing straight forward, your hands just spread out slightly, your fingers. So hands maybe an inch or two in front of your shoulders. So knees directly above your hips, directly below your hips. So breathe in, just spread your bottom, feel your skin stretching from the pubic bone to your chin. Breathe out, feel the skin stretch from your nape of your neck to your tailbone. You're drawing up your tummy button. Breathe in, switch the stretch, stretch the skin. Breathe out, switch the stretch over your shoulders, over the back of your body to your tailbone, tummy drawn up. Breathe in, switch the stretch, look up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, switch the stretch, draw your tummy button up, push through your shoulders, and then come back onto your heels. Just perhaps keeping on your heels, just stretch your arms out in front of you. Stretch them as far away as you can without your bottom moving too much off your heels. Then just drop your forehead on the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now push your armpits towards the floor. Push into your hands so your bottom still trying to touch your heels if it's moving away. Feel those armpits opening. And then just come up onto your hands and knees. Bring your hands back so they're slightly wider than your shoulders. You've got that middle finger pointing forward. You need nice strong wrists, hands. Then tuck your toes under. So your toes are tucked under. And then breathe in, come up onto your toes. So some of you might get your feet flat on the floor. Some of you might need to have your knees bent. So whatever you do, make sure what you're looking for is the stretch from your hands to your tailbone, your armpits opening, your whole of your spine stretching. Imagine that dog stretching his paws out and his haunches up in the air. That's what you're looking for, that big stretch. You can drop a heel at a time if they're off the floor. You can just do that movement, heel on the floor. Keep the stretch, keep pushing through your armpits, enjoy that stretch. And then nice and gently come onto your knees again, toes flat. Make two fists, one on top of each other. Rest your forehead on your fists. Just take a couple of breaths. So just before you come up again, I'm going to go up, so that I just want to make sure that if any of you are doing that, especially and start shaking, you're in the wrong place. You need to move back. So it doesn't matter if your knees stay bent, as long as you've got that stretch from your heels of your hands to your tailbone. So let's do it again. So hands in position, toes tucked under. Breathe in and come up. So think about not getting your feet on the floor, but getting the stretch from the heels of your hands, your fingers, to the sitting bones. Open armpits, nice flat shoulders. And then if your feet aren't flat, just drop a heel at a time.
You can keep your knees bent. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't get your heels on the floor. The more important thing is the stretch through your spine. Enjoy it. It's meant to be a relaxing pose or an energizing pose, not relaxing, energizing. If you're tired, downward facing dogs are recommended. And then come back onto your uh, knees. Let your toes go flat. Two fists. Rest your forehead on your fists. Just try and get just do a couple of breaths. So what you're going to do next, I'll just show you quickly, is you'll be up in your downward facing dog, say you like that, and you're going to move. You might have to wiggle your feet into upward facing dog, that you're skimming the floor with your pelvis, and then into downward. We're going to go back and forth a few times, so let's start perhaps all together. So get ready for a downward facing dog. So breathe in, come up. Make sure you've got the stretch from your hands to your haunches, and then breathe in, swing through. Your toes will be tucked under. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Push your bottom up. Go back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees if you want to. Breathe in, swing through. So your arms don't move. Your feet might have to adjust slightly. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. You need strong shoulders for this. Let's do one more swing. Breathe in, swing through. Make sure your pelvis just skims the floor. Look up, breathe out. Downward facing dog. And then come onto your knees, toes flat. Bring your fists one on top of each other and just take a couple of breaths. So quite strong on your shoulders, the movement between upward and downward. One of the 5 Tibetan rites, the secret of eternal youth, so the upward, downward facing dog. So just perhaps come up onto your knees. So let's just do a nice, easy child's pose. So just arms by your side, just gently come forward. Try and keep your bottom in contact with the floor. Mine's going to come away, but just see how you get on. And just rest your head just above your forehead on the mat. Chin is tucked in. Shoulders relaxed. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then just come back onto your knees. And perhaps just open your shoulders. So let's do another shoulder squeeze. So breathe in, backs of your hands. Breathe out. Breathe in. Just open your chest to the front. Lift your arms. Just soften your neck. Just stay like that for a moment or two. And release. So just the pendulum. Drop your chin. Push the back of your neck upwards. Swing your head side to side. Just make sure it feels nice and comfortable. And then just blink a few times. We're going to do that sequence. It's called the one that is called closed leaf open. It's a rupta, I think. So be at the back of your mat. So I'll talk you through it. Hopefully we've done it before, but so just
Everybody ready? So breathe in, breathe out. Just bring your forehead towards the floor in child's pose or closed leaf, it sometimes gets called. Then straight your arms out in front of you, and that's open leaf. Breathe in, come up so that you end up on your hands and knees. Then the tricky one, bring your right foot forward, just on the inside of your hand if you can. Now tuck your back toes under. Breathe in, bring both arms up, go into a nice back bend. Breathe out. So now bring both hands either side of your foot, straighten your leading foot up. Take your left leg up towards the ceiling, your forehead towards your knee, and then swing that foot to join the other one. So you're in a standing forward bend. Then raise the right foot up to the ceiling. Try and get your knee moving a bit close towards your knee, your head moving to your knee. Then drop your right foot back quite far onto your knee, toes tucked under. Breathe in, bring both arms up into that nice back bend. Breathe out, bring your hands back either side of your foot. Move your foot back to join your knee, the other knee. Forehead to the floor in the open leaf pose. So your arms out in front of you. Move your arms to the back, closed leaf pose. Breathe in, come up into the start position. So we're halfway through because we have to do it the other side. So this time, come forward into closed leaf pose. Take your arms out in front of you. Open leaf pose. Come up onto your hands and knees. Move your left foot forward. That's the tricky bit. Tuck your back toes under. Breathe in, both arms, a nice back bend. Look up to the ceiling. Breathe out. Bring your hands back. It'll probably be fingertips. Straighten the front leg. Remember, you're going to lift the back leg up to the ceiling. Get your forehead towards your knee of the standing leg. Bring the back leg down and swap. Take the other leg up to the ceiling, your forehead towards your knee, and then drop that foot quite far behind you, knee on the mat, toes are tucked under, remember. Breathe in to do that nice back bend. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe out. Bring your hands either side and then move that front foot back to your knees, toes tucked under. Come into open leaf pose, forehead on the floor, arms out in front. Come into closed leaf pose, arms by your side, or child's pose. Now I find it tricky to get up. Breathe in. I'm going to use my hands, come back up. Breathe out. And just stay in that position for a moment or two. Just lengthen the back of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. So just a sequence, quite a nice sequence of poses. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then nice and gently, just come sitting actually. Come sitting with your legs wide to begin with. So have your legs wide. Try and flatten your knees onto the floor. Push your heels away from you, your toes sticking up in the air. So you're more forward than back. You're sort of on your perineum if you're just sitting slightly forward. Just see how you get on. So just turn to look over one leg.
grab hold of your oar, breathe in, pull back, breathe out, reach towards your toes. Try and do the movement. So pull your toes back, breathing in, breathing out, point them towards the floor. Breathe in, pull them back, breathe out to the floor. Breathe in, pull them back, breathe out to the floor. Breathe in, pull them back, breathe out to the floor. Breathe in, just come back to the start and turn so you're facing the other leg. So let's do it again. So you've got your oar. Breathe in, pull back, breathe out, point your toes. Breathe in, pull back, breathe out, point your toes. Breathe in, pull back, breathe out, point your toes. Breathe in, pull back, breathe out, toes. Breathe in, pull back, breathe out, toes. Then come back to the front. Nice flat legs if you can. Just wiggle towards the floor. Just see where's comfortable. So you might be quite far away. It doesn't really matter. It's where your body can work. So what feels okay. So, and then just interlock your hands. Let's do the grinding. Keep your arms up at shoulder height. Keep your elbows straight. So breathe in, lean back, and then do the circles. You're keeping arms at shoulder height. So try and do this wider circle with the top of your body, as though you're grinding a pestle and mortar. So you're doing that nice circular movement. Elbows stay straight. And then change direction. So go the opposite way around. Nice swinging circular motion. So let's make the next one the last. And then just come back to the front. Just wiggle your shoulders, and again, nice and gently. Just see how you get on. And then just draw your feet back. So somewhere not too close to your body, either side. We're going to do the tortoise. So before you even start the tortoise, grab hold of your ankles and wiggle your lower back, because it's your lower back that you're getting a stretch. So you might keep moving your arms forward. So remember, don't worry if you don't get very far. It's, you probably have to be about a 10-year-old to get this one. So put your arms through the gap between your legs. Have your arms, hands moving out to the side, and lower your head towards the floor, your chest towards the floor. See, I'm not getting anywhere, but just close your eyes. Remember, tortoises move very slowly, so no rush to get into the complete position. Try and keep your feet flat on the floor. You might try sliding them forward. That might give you a better stretch of your lower back. Just see what works for you. Let's have 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, the out breath might let you go a bit further. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Just come back out. Just stretch your legs out in front of you. Wiggle your feet. I've got cramp doing that. So just wiggle your feet up and down, pointing your toes towards the floor. See how close you can get your toes towards the floor. So nice stretch of the front of your feet. So while you've got your legs out in front of you, just spread your bottom. Make sure you're in Dandasana. And let's do the pose that stretches, works on the waist. So bring your hands up, flat. So your feet are flat, your hands are flat. Swivel the top of your body. Place one hand slightly behind your bottom, the other hand perhaps around the height of your knee. See what works for you. So you've got your fingers pointing away. Remember, this is the one you bring your forehead down to the floor in between your hands, and you're trying to keep your bottom on the floor as long as you can. Breathe in, look up towards the ceiling. Breathe out. Bend your elbows, lower your forehead onto the floor. Breathe in. Come back up, press into the backhand. Get that nice turn of your waist, the twist. Breathe out. See how long it is before your bottom leaves the floor. Forehead to mat. Breathe in. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe out. Forehead to floor. Breathe in. Come back up. Just come to the front. Bring your hands out in front of you, flat feet, flat hands, and switch sides. So one hand slightly behind, one perhaps around your thigh, your knee. So pull against the back hand so you've got a nice twist. So breathe in, look up towards the sky. Breathe out, see how long it is you can keep your bottom on the mat. Breathe in, look up, and that nice twist. Breathe out, forehead to mat. One more. Breathe in, look up, breathe out, forehead to mat. Breathe in, come back up. Just come back to the front. Nice tall spine. Just have your hands rest. Right hand beneath left, thumbs just touching. Just take a couple of breaths. So relax your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. So time to relax. So if you want to lie on your mat or you want to just sit, whichever you find more comfortable. So I'll just get sitting. And if you need a blanket or anything, if you're a bit cold. So make sure you're comfortable. Chin drawn in, whether you're lying down, whether you're sitting in, sitting upright. So chin, yeah, so chin just tucked in. So the crown of your head being drawn up. Breathe in. Breathe out. So if you're comfortable with your eyes shut, have them shut. Otherwise, just have them half open. And just take your awareness to your forehead. Feel the skin soft, relaxed. Feel your scalp relaxed. Feel your brain relaxed. The front, back, sides. So it has a few more, a bit more space just to relax into. And then take your awareness to your eyes soft, smiling. Feel your cheekbones relax, your cheek. And then see if you can feel your ears relax. Take your awareness to your nostrils, to your mouth. Lips just slightly parted, and inside your mouth, your tongue soft, relaxed. All those organs of the senses, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, relax. Then take your awareness to your feet, to the skin on the soles of your feet, to your toes, to your heels, Achilles tendon, your ankle, calf muscles, knees, thighs, hips, wide, open, relax. Feel the small of your back, releasing, relaxing. The back of your ribcage resting on the mat. Your shoulders open, relaxed. The front of your body, your ribcage wide, open, relaxed. Inside the ribcage, your heart, lungs, strong, healthy. Feel your tops of your shoulders, tops of your arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists. Take your awareness to the palms of your hands, your fingers, the insides of your wrists, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders.
No tension in your body, no tension in your face, no tension in your mind. Just for a moment or two, you're just aware of yourself. So you're sitting in a comfortable position on a mat. Your mat is on grass, the grass is green, newly cut. You can smell the scent of the freshly cut grass. And you're sitting in a field, just looking down a slope towards a beach, to the sea. The sky above you is perfectly blue. The sun is shining. You can smell the sea air. You can hear the sound of the waves. You can see the color of the water, blues, turquoise, aquamarine. And the sun is shining and the waves just gently lapping back and forth. And you feel relaxed. You feel that energy. You absorb the energy of that vision inside you, the sea, the sky, the blue, the green of the grass, the yellow of the sun. Do you feel your body energized, your energy centers energized? So you're recharging your batteries. Do you feel the space around you become brighter, fresher? Any tiredness just melting away. And just enjoy that feeling. The sun, the sky, the grass, the sea, the beach. You just feel the energy just washing over you. You absorb the green of the grass into your heart center, the yellow of the sun into your solar plexus, your fire center, the blue of the sky into your throat center. Just feel them stronger, brighter. And the lower energy centers, the red, the orange, feel more grounded. And then gently you become aware that you're no longer sitting outside, but you're back in your space. You become aware of the ground beneath you, the walls perhaps around you, the ceiling above you. And slowly you just bring that awareness to your fingers, to your toes. You just start moving fingers and toes. And then nice and gently, just take your arms, legs, stretch and yawn. Wherever you are, stretch and yawn. And then nice and gently bend your knees over your tummy if you're lying down. If you're sitting, just perhaps move your hips one side to the other, just nice and gently. As your hips go one way, your legs go one way, have your head go the other. So just a gentle twist of your spine. And then nice and gently place your feet on the floor, just roll onto one side, come up into a nice easy sitting position. So nice straight spine if you're comfortable with that, chin drawn in. So just breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath, breathe in, breathe out. Then just rub your hands together, feel the warmth, the energy. Place the heels of your hands at your eyes, your fingertips crisscrossed at your forehead. 3 breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just bring your hands into Namaste, the greeting pose. We just finished with Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, the universal sound, Shanti, meaning peace. And thank you. I'll just move over and switch the recording off.
Thank you, Caroline. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Bye, Jill. Bye. Oh, see you then.